All right, Amanda, and as always, it's Fridays. That means we're in the kitchen, and we're in the kitchen with Tzatziki's. We're joined by Taylor Brandenburg. Tell us what we're going to be cooking this Friday.
Yeah, so we are actually making our summer special, which is our lamb burger, and it's made with 100% American lamb and our house-made tzatziki sauce, red peppers, onions, feta cheese. So, yeah.
This is a big year for Tzatziki's here in the capital city. 10
Yes,
years.
last month it was our 10-year anniversary in Montgomery, which is crazy to even think about.
Yeah, but you don't really think of Greek food when you think of Montgomery. I love
Right,
Greek food.
and that's also the thing about this burger is you don't really think about burgers when you think about Greek food, but it's actually such a good take on a burger that you wouldn't even think about. Yeah.
So what do we need? What are our first steps here?
Yeah, so the first steps, which I've already made the meat into balls, but we grind up the lamb, we add salt, pepper, oregano, and olive oil, and we just form them into little meatballs almost.
Is it similar to what you would do if it was like ground beef or ground turkey?
Yeah, same process, except we're just using lamb. So what we're going to do...
Putting on her gloves for safety.
Putting on our gloves for food safety, and I'm used to having a little... Am I making the patties now?
Yeah.
Okay,
yes,
perfect.
Yes. I'm here to observe.
I'm used to having a little squirt bottle, so I'm going to try to be gentle with this oil.
Okay.
Okay, we should be good there.
You got this, Taylor.
Yes.
So then what's next?
So what we're gonna do, we do 2 patties per burger.
Okay.
So we're gonna
throw
put
them right
these-
in?
Yeah, you're gonna put them right on. That's a little more oil than you probably need, and then you're gonna press them to about a quarter of an inch.
I don't know if swoosh is a word.
Yeah, sort of like spread it around a little bit, so it's not just a puddle of oil like it is a little bit much. So
do you try to flatten them all the way?
you want to flatten them to about a quarter of an inch. So you do want them to be pretty thin. And I could probably, there we go. It's a little bit sticking to our thing right here. There we go. So I'm gonna turn it up, and they cook for about 1.5 minutes on each side, and you don't want to overcook them, otherwise you'll lose that
Is cooking
juiciness.
lamb different from ground turkey, ground beef in this?
I have a feeling it's different from turkey. I'm not a professional, but I think it's very similar to beef because we do beef and lamb at our store, and it's not a much different process from the beef. Yeah.
So you said about 10 minutes?
1.5 minutes on each side. Yeah.
10 minutes
Don't
probably
forget for 10 minutes. Yeah, and so then you'll grill these red peppers and onions after as well, but only for about 1 minute because we want them to stay crunchy.
Okay. So how did you situate the red peppers? Did you chop them all yourself?
So these are sliced red peppers, and we just slice them into thin little... They come in like whole roasted red peppers. We just slice them into thin slices.
Okay.
Yep. And the onions are just
regular
classic red onions. Yep.
And what is in?
This is our Greek seasoning blend, and it's like a combination of a bunch of things like basil, thyme, oregano, just a lot of Mediterranean spices. This is just olive oil, and yeah.
Now, whenever we hear Greek dishes, we hear lamb.
Yeah.
And American dishes is a lot of beef. Why is lamb so important in Greek culture? Did I put you on the spot there?
Yeah, I don't know why it's so important in Greek culture, to be honest with you, but I do know that it is delicious. I always tell people it's like beef, but with more flavor.
Do you have a lot of people who come in the restaurant at first and they're like, lamb, I don't know.
Honestly, I was one of them.
Yeah.
Before I worked there, I had never tried lamb. And then once I tried it, I had the lamb gyro first, and it was so good. And same with this lamb burger, I was a little hesitant, but I tried it, and I even tried it, like doctored it up, made it my own with like some bacon and cheese, and it was just as good as a normal burger.
Okay.
I'm going to see if we're good to flip these. It's a little different. So they're a little good. This one I'll let go for another minute or so. Not a minute, but yeah, I got to turn this up a little bit.
Now, we always talk about the signature sauce over here, too. Would you normally
that's
put
our
this on the burger,
tzatziki sauce.
too?
So we put the tzatziki sauce on the top of the bun after.
Okay.
And yeah, that sauce we make fresh in house every day. It's super good. It's a super light sauce made with Greek yogurt and cucumbers. Again, something you don't usually see on a burger. So that's what makes it so good to me.
Perfect. So we're waiting for this to finish. You said probably another minute.
And I could
or
probably go ahead and throw the onions and red peppers in here.
So I'm going to put you on the spot here, Taylor.
Yeah.
You said that you first kind of started eating lamb when you worked at Tzatziki's. What is your favorite dish? If it's not this lamb burger, what would you
I will
say?
tell you what I tell everybody, the salmon. honestly.
Okay.
We get told we have the best salmon in town regularly. It's so good. That's what I eat almost every night.
Now, do you eat it on? How do you prefer
So
it? Salad,
the salmon
plain?
feast with a salad and rice, that's pretty much what I eat as my dinner. It's so good. Our portions of salmon are so big, and the seasoning, the combination of our Greek seasoning and that blackening seasoning, speaking of seasoning, I have to season this. But yeah, the combination of the Greek and the blackening seasoning, I don't know what it is.
Well, I
but
guess we're going to have you back to make that.
it's so good, honestly. It's so good.
All right, well, Taylor, we are enjoying you here in the kitchen. It smells so good with the onions and peppers, and we are currently cooking the lamb burger. We'll be joining you a little later on to
Yes.
kind of show everyone how we put it together with all the fixings.
Yes.
Very exciting.